Hi, I'm Allison Campbell, and lately I've been thinking a lot about communities, and in particular I've been thinking about the scientific community. And so today I want to explore the concept of communities and how we convene communities and come together, how we can use those to build out our networks and our professional careers, and then how we can ultimately give back to the community that we're a part of. I'm here with Nancy Hess and Scott Baker, and we are in the Environmental Molecular Sciences Laboratory, which is a National Scientific User Facility. So can you tell me a little bit about what a user facility is and what it does?
Yes, we are a Department of Energy National User Facility, and what we do is we open our doors to scientists from around the country to come and use our capabilities, which are instruments, expertise, this building, and they come and we accelerate their own research. It's funded by the Department of Energy, so we are paid to work with
them.
Yes.
So if I'm a member of a particular community and I want to do science, I'm interested in coming here, but I don't know how to use the instrumentation. What can you do for me? How can you bring me into your community and help me learn or do I have to learn anything?
Well, there's a couple of different ways that we interact with the scientists that come to EMSL. One is they can come, as you say, and learn from our scientists how to run or interpret the data that comes off the instruments for their experiments. So if learning is part of that mission, we can definitely facilitate that. They also can just send samples or their students, and we can work with them so that they become knowledgeable in the instrumentation, but also in the analysis of that data and how it is addressing their scientific questions. So it's not just, here's your data.
Good luck. Yeah, right.
It's really helping them internalize that data and really understand it to answer their questions.
Let's talk a little science for a minute. We also are interested in communities from a scientific perspective. So talk about some of the science that we do that perhaps involves microbial communities.
Well, we have a wide variety of capabilities here that can explore microbial communities. We can look at labeled isotopes as they flow through a community using a variety of instrumentation.
So that helps us figure out how they're signaling or talking to each other.
Yeah, how they're talking.
Exchanging nutrients,
Exactly.
metabolites.
Yep. We can do that visually. We can do that using mass spec, light microscopes, electron microscopes.
Computation, too.
Computation,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's really delving into that microbial community, both in terms of their membership, and we do that in partnership with the other Department of Energy user facility, Joint Genome Institute, and that's we interact with them so they can tell us the community membership, and then we can also work to figure out what their function is. So what is that community doing? What jobs are they performing in terms of cycling nutrients and carbon and water and sort of the energy that really drives that whole ecosystem processes.
So you bring up the Joint Genome Institute, and that's another scientific user facility, as you said. And we have a joint community, scientific community with them through the FICUS call. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
I'm more in the environmental science, but Scott, why don't you talk about some biological science?
Well, we're interested in plant microbe interactions. That kind of spans our area. Biofuels, biochemistry, and they can access our facilities using one single proposal. So it goes in and it's a joint scientific review panel with EMSL and JGI reviewing at the same time. So it's a great process.
So if I'm a user, it's just a one-shot deal to get both genomic access to the genomic capabilities of JGI and then all of the things that we have here
the
at EMSL.
Post-genomic stuff
The post-genomic stuff at EMSL.
So a lot of people are very interested in the suite of omics capability that we have all the way from transcript to metabolite to proteomics, et cetera. But there are other instrumentation that people commonly use together with the JGI data. Like Scott mentioned, some of the fluorescent microscopy and electron microscopy in particular, trying to look at that spatial association with plant roots or soil minerals and things like that.
So that's kind of fun because now we share a community and we're making it easier for the scientists that we have in common to get the science done that they want to do, which is ultimately what we're all after.
Absolutely.
what's your experience been when we've had like the user integration meeting and we bring these groups together about the enthusiasm or the feedback that we get from the users that come here as part of that meeting?
Oh, it's tremendous enthusiasm. They love to see all the capabilities and meet new people. They usually come here focused on their research, and then they leave thinking, wow, there's a whole bunch of other stuff I could be doing. There's other groups that I didn't know existed that I met at this meeting, that I interacted with. There's other groups at EMSL, other groups in the academic research community. It's really fantastic.
Yeah, yeah. And then hopefully they take that home and that enthusiasm keeps going and then sort of propagates out from there. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cool. Well, I'm looking forward to your next workshop. I think I'll come.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
You're invited.
All right, thanks. Well, that was an interesting discussion with Nancy and Scott, and I learned a couple of things. The first thing I learned is that we're in a national scientific user facility that the Department of Energy has invested in as a place for scientists to come and do their science, and really a place to convene the community and bring people together, share experiences in science. The second thing I learned is then those scientists leave and they go out and they take those networks that they established here, those relationships that they had, the knowledge that they gained, and they build upon that. And they might feed back into the community again with new information and new networks and connections. It's really a call to action for us as scientists to think about the community that we're in and how we can continue to build those networks, how we can continue to bring people together, and then how we can continue to foster those relationships after we leave a meeting or a professional society or a workshop or an experience at a user facility. So I encourage you not to just think about these as one-off events, but think of yourself as a member of a larger community and the connections that you have, not just within your university or your place of work, but all across the nation and all across the globe.